Welcome to 32 and 32, where we count.
Anyway, that's beside the point. At the end of the day, it's a business.
If you're the Rams, you are officially coming off the absolute worst performance in the Super Bowl ever. I think Robert Kraft is peas in someone else's pod.
I mean, y'all Super Bowl wins are so old. I mean, the rings are probably to dust right now. So,
not about the Eagles today. We're talking about the Bears.
Yeah. So, as usual, let's take a look first at their free agent signings. Thanks for watching, folks. That is today's analysis of the Minnesota Vikings. Welcome to 32 and 32, where we cover 32 teams and 32 straight days, all leading up to the season kickoff on Thursday Night Football.
Today's team, fly, Eagles fly. We're going to Philly, everybody.
Actually, we're staying right here. We're just going to talk about them.
I mean, that's what I was trying to be kind of fun with it, but okay, since you want to ruin the fun, fine then.
I mean, I'm just shooting the bird out of the sky.
well played, young play, young grasshopper. Well played.
Okay, so the Philadelphia Phillies.
You mean the Philadelphia Eagles?
Like it said, the Philadelphia 76ers. So the Eagles. Cheesesteak Town.
Yeah. City of brotherly love. Home of the Liberty Bell.
Last year they took a little step back after their little Super Bowl run. Though
they did.
They did finish strong, and Nick Foles
is no longer in Philly. He is now the leader in Jacksonville.
I was going to say, in relevance to last season, almost did it again. They knocked off the Chicago Bears in Soldier Field, and then almost beat the Saints in the Dome.
That is true. I mean, but I mean, what's going to be different is that Carson Wentz, it is vital that he stays healthy this season because he doesn't have Foles to back him up anymore.
Nope.
So this is where Carson Wentz is going to come in with a chip on his shoulder, and he knows that he has to do everything he can to, one, not only prove that, one, he can play a full season and stay healthy, but two, that he can lead his team to the big stage just like Foles did. He could probably that he needs to prove that because he is the franchise quarterback. Philly has made it clear that he is their franchise player. He's the guy they want to build the franchise around. He's their bread and butter. So Carson Wentz has to prove that he could take his team above and beyond.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of whether or not that Carson Wentz can lead the Eagles to wins. It's last 2 years it's been staying healthy. I mean, he's out there trying the Aaron Rodgers, and then he Aaron Rodgers and gets injured.
But I feel that with acquisitions that the Eagles have gotten, I feel that Carson Wentz staying healthy would not be a problem. There's going to be a lot of pressure taken off of him, especially after signing Jordan Howard from the Chicago Bears, who was one of the more talented running backs in the league last season. They ended up getting Vinny Curry, who is actually returning to the Eagles from Tampa Bay. He's got signed to a one-year deal. They signed Ronald Darby at cornerback, which is actually very important. I mean, they have a very young secondary, with the exception of Malcolm Jenkins.
That secondary got torched last year.
But the secondary did improve towards the end of the season. It's like that secondary had found their second wind, and they found their niche. I mean, having a guy like Malcolm Jenkins in the secondary, I mean, but they built confidence, especially under a defensive coordinator like Jim Schwartz.
You know, but Philly fans may be really excited about the return of D-Jax.
D-Jax and Wentz are going to be best friends. I can see it happening. That's going to be a match made in heaven.
Because it does seem like Deshaun has some stuff left in the tank.
He has a lot of speed left in that tank, and I think he's going to be a huge problem for the NFC East next season.
And then you have to add in the fact that they signed Malik Jackson,
3-year deal, and they they also re-signed Brandon Graham, who's been a force in their defensive line for the past couple of seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Along with that, you also got Fletcher Cox coming back at defensive tackle. So this Philly team, they're my pick to win the NFC East next season.
I,
Of all honesty.
I think there's some Cowboys fans that might argue against that one.
If you look at their draft, they actually had they wasn't busy in the draft at all, but they did make some pretty good picks. Uh, they were pretty serious about adding to their offensive line. Andre Dillard, uh, who is also a formidable offensive tackle coming out of Washington State, and it seemed that the Eagles wanted to put some emphasis on protecting Carson Wentz next season since Nick Foles is gone. You add depth to your running back core, getting Miles Sanders from Penn State, who is pretty much the predecessor of Saquon Barkley out in Penn State. And a pick that stood out to me was J.J. Arcega-Whiteside from Stanford, adding to the receiving core. So this Eagles team seemed like this Eagles team has reloaded, and they look like they want to be poised for another Super Bowl run.
Yeah, honestly, like I said before, it's going to be key. What's going to be key is Wentz staying healthy, because, like you said, they don't have Nick Foles as the backup anymore, and with no Foles, they may fold.
That was well played with that one. I like that.
Thank you. I like to think so myself. Anywho, I don't know. Okay, so Carson Wentz goes down again. Now what?
Well, coach is going to be in a predicament.
Who is their backup right now? I can't even remember.
We can look at their roster.
Do I really want to put that much effort into this?
No.
All right, you can.
But that's just how thin they are as far as talent at quarterback.
All right.
At one point, Carson Wentz was a candidate for MVP at one point. But with him,
he was his rookie year, wasn't he?
That was his second year.
His second year.
That was their Super Bowl year.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
And Nick Foles just caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, let's see. Who is their backup quarterback? Now you got me curious because I don't know. And I don't like not knowing.
Curiosity kills a cat. Oh, nice. Cody Kessler and Nate Sudfeld. Clayton Thorson. Okay. Yeah, the only quarterback I actually have faith in is Carson Wentz.
Yeah. You're sure? You're not.
Carson Wentz goes down. Who can you see that can lead a team to, who do you see can lead this Eagles team to the Super Bowl if Carson Wentz were to go down during the season?
Cody Kessler.
I could see Cody Kessler. I could see him as a player. Say if Carson Wentz went down and the Eagles are fighting for a playoff spot, I could see Cody Kessler actually finishing off the job and leading the Eagles to a playoff spot. But as far as a Super Bowl run, no. Not a Super Bowl run. Maybe a playoff run. Maybe.
Okay.
But not a Super Bowl
run. They could see if Josh Johnson is available again.
Or you can. There's always
probably out there still.
There's always Colin Kaepernick. Just saying.
Do you really think that guy can still play football? I mean, he hasn't played football in 4 years. What good is he gonna do?
Don't count my guy out.
I mean, what's he gonna do? Is his throw magic or something?
Yes, he's going to throw magic. All he has to do is take his helmet off, put the flag up at the rafters, and kneel and watch all the magic happen.
I mean, isn't that basically what he did his last year playing anyway?
But this time it's going to be magical, like Disney World.
Have you seen their movies lately?
Have you seen their, billionaires lately? One just killed himself. Ow.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Somebody,
that was Jeffrey Epstein reference. As y'all know, breaking news: Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his jail cell. A billionaire who we're not going to even go in detail about his charges.
because that's totally football related.
But
Okay.
anyways, to the Eagles.
You got. I'm liking this defensive line this year. They, like I said, they got Vinny Curry back. You got Fletcher Cox. You got
Yeah, Brandon Graham.
Brandon Graham. Now you bring in Malik Johnson.
And then you have a young secondary who has all the confidence in the world.
To me, it's that secondary. I mean, yes, they got better last season as we got closer towards the end, but still, you need more consistency out of it than just a few games.
I think the secondary. I think the season's going to start off rough. I mean, usually a lot of these good teams they start off rough during the season, like during the beginning of the season. But as the season goes along, the secondary is going to regain their confidence, and the secondary is going to they are going to play up to the standard that they're going to be held to. But I do think that this is going to be a pretty successful season for the Eagles. Do I see a Super Bowl run? Not sure. I mean, if Carson Wentz can stay healthy, maybe. This can possibly be a team that can come out of the NFC. That's how much confidence I have in this Eagles team.
The NFC East division is going to be a pretty tough battle with, of course, the Cowboys getting somewhat better. It still stands to be seen whether or not Ezekiel Elliott comes back and plays. I mean, he still has 2 years on his contract, so it's not like he's in a contract year.
And the thing is, I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, he doesn't. He actually has no right to be doing all this holding out. You got 2 years left. I could see if you're going into your final season, that's a different story. But for you to do it, and you got 2 years left, come on now.
So the Cowboys are not going to be a slouch of a team at all. They're
They're not. I mean, like my order of March in the NFC East this season, I got the Eagles finishing first, Cowboys second, Washington third, Giants fourth. That's my order of March for the NFC East next season.
Okay.
And I do think that the Cowboys and Eagles are going to fight it out for a top spot in the East.
Fair enough. Okay, well, I think we said all we can about the Philadelphia Eagles today, so that will wrap up this episode of 32 and 32. See you next time with Pittsburgh Steelers. The new Pittsburgh Steelers. The one with only one diva.